When the Wellspring Foundation asked me to fly to Rwanda and film their work in Rwandan schools, I was excited, but also a little unsure of where Rwanda was. So after pulling up Google Maps and clicking around Central Africa, I saw this small country nestled between Uganda, Tanzania, Burundi, and the Congo. But what didn't show up was just how beautiful this country was. I remember stepping off the plane, taking in that warm tropical air, and standing in amazement at how clean it is in Kigali. I would watch the people come and go, pick up and drop off friends and family, and as they embraced each other, it really was hard to imagine what horrors went on here less than 20 years ago. On my way to the Wellspring Academy, a national Christian school with 400 students, I was expecting to pull up to a block of older brown brick buildings that one might say has potential. But instead, I saw a beautiful hillside school with rolling walkways, fresh cut grass overlooking a lush green valley. There was an obvious sense of pride that people took in this place. I even saw a staff member stop and pick out a single weed growing in the grass and throw it in the garbage. School was just getting out, so like any typical child, the kids would rush to the playground and get their last few moments of playtime in before their parents would come and pick them up. With two small children of my own, it was heartwarming to watch these kids running around, laughing, being themselves, just like it was back at home. I felt refreshed. The next morning, I awoke first thing to the sound of cars, buses, and motorcycles, bringing over 100 teachers from different schools around Kigali to Wellspring. And they had all come with one goal in mind, to learn how to provide the same level of education that Wellspring Academy provides, but in the local schools. They spent the day listening how to better themselves inside and out of the classroom, learning key principles of servant leadership, understanding what quality education really means, and how to address different personality types in the classroom. At midday, during one of the session breaks, an impromptu game of soccer broke out, where women were running around in high heels and men were acting like boys, jumping up and down and giving each other, well, I'm not sure what to call it. I guess a high 15? Later on in the afternoon, the fun continued, as trainers would reenact typical classroom scenarios, showing the wrong and right way to handle your students, and the crowd loved it. But one thing was very clear. They all just wanted to become better teachers. So when I arrived at the second rural school, there was no question as to whether or not this teacher had gone through Wellspring training. There was an energy about the room, something that excited the students and created class-wide participation. I don't think a whole 20 seconds could have gone by without someone throwing a hand in the air, just waiting to answer a question. But what really intrigued me were these little slips of paper that students would hold up when answering questions. These teaching aids, as I later found out, played a key role in assisting children to comprehend the day's lesson. It was after a solid hour of student-teacher interaction, I found out that this teacher had only been with the program for 6 months. So I had to ask, what was it that Wellspring taught you that created such an engaging classroom environment?
Bwa mbere na mbere mwatwigishije indangagaciro, tumenya indangagaciro icyo ari cyo, bituma tunamenya no gufata umwana duhereye tumwigisha indangagaciro cyane cyane z'umuco, tumenya ubumwe, tumenya umwihariko, ndetse byatumye tunamenya n'abana uko bameze. Dukurikizaho gukorera mu magurupe, abana tukabigisha gukorera mu magurupe, hazamo n'inzego z'imitekerereze, nazo akenshi ni nacyo kintu tutashyiraga mu masomo yacu, tumenya ukuntu tuzajya dushyira inzego z'imitekerereze mu myitozo no mu isomo ryacu mu isomo.
Yes, when we train the teachers, we have seen a big difference in the teachers' performance, because initially teachers don't like the work because they say they are not paid well and so they don't like the job. But after training them, because of the values that we teach them, they like the job and they get so committed in their work, and because of that they teach the children well. And in the schools we have worked with before, some of them, their performance has really improved by some of them 60%, others 70%.
Wellspring has made a significant difference over the past decade. But what continues to inspire me is that they're still not done.